Hello, hello. It is time for the trucks at Dover. Open setup. See what we got here. We got a 2400 strength of field, meaning Yeah, it looked like this was going to split once, and I was curious if I'd be on the low end of the top split or the high end of the low split. Looks like I'm on the low end of the top split. That's probably okay. Top car in here is a 6900. Bottom car is a 1400. I'm sitting around 1700. Let's see what we can do. I hope it goes better than my Dover Xfinity race. I had a lot of stuff happen in that race that
It's now 88
I was fairly embarrassed by. I don't know. By the time I get out here, I'm not even going to have time to do any practice, but that's okay. I got done practicing for about half an hour. Open set for more laps. I don't know what to expect. Probably be a back marker.
P3.
Back markers. Finally getting around to doing this. Didn't know if I was gonna.
That's the end of the session, P2.
22.3. Yeah, no way I'm hitting that. But don't really want to be honest. Don't really want to start at the front of a 2400 strength of field. All right. I'll qualify. What's the worst that can happen?
The pit exit's clear. Okay, Justin, we've got 2 laps. Let's get this done.
So yeah, it's Saturday, 2:45 p.m. race slot. I worked a full 10-ish hour day. So this is probably not the smartest thing to do shortly after getting home from work, but be better than waiting a few hours where I'm really tired. I'm just not brave enough to go as fast as you need to go on these laps.
Your water temperature looks quite high. P2, the lap time was at 22.8.
Keep it out of the wall. Ooh. Yeah.
P3, the guy behind has just done a 22.6.
That was scary. All right. 22.5. Who knows where that'll settle in? It's definitely not going to be as fast as the fast guys, but the only way I'm beating them is if they wreck out. Let's just be honest with ourselves here. But yeah, we'll skip ahead to grid up, and yeah, that's all that is. We are back. So I ended up qualifying in P8. Quite a few people put in a lap, only 5 chose not to. So that's better than I usually do, so I can't complain there. That being said, I don't know. I don't know what to expect here. I'm just worried that I'm going to be in the way. Because my tendency to want to take it easy at the start doesn't seem to coincide with a lot of people wanting to just charge. Hopefully we can get some green runs in. 100 laps. I don't remember, the Xfinity was probably like 110 maybe then. They tend to be just a little longer than these races.
Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to Dover.
Happy New Year. You're a week late. I may have one more
Same
race
to you.
this week. I may do the dirt street stocks.
And please, if you're not a lead lap car, be courteous to those that are.
Yes. Always good advice. Hopefully not advice that I have to heed, because I want to be a lead lap car. Three tire sets.
The air temp is
Not sure.
57 Fahrenheit, P8.
Not sure how the fuel is going to work out. I'm sure we need some at some
Just,
point.
a little race etiquette goes a long way. A guy catches you from 2 or 3 seconds back.
In the outside column.
If you really want to race them really hard,
Yes, as hard as you can.
when there's 90 laps to go.
90 laps is like nothing. You got to keep that position. You just got to fight, fight, fight. What's the point of racing if you're not going to race? Hope everyone knows I'm being sarcastic here. Oh, we're going this time. I should probably get up here then. What gear are these guys starting out in? Heck if I know. I'll try second, and if that sucks, well then sorry for everyone behind me.
Okay, Justin, get ready. Green, green, green.
Pretty sure second was wrong.
Car inside. Inside.
Wow, everyone's just
Car inside.
killing me because I just babied it in there. Alright. I lost like a bunch of spots there. But let's just settle in. I might be...
Rick.
Car high. Clear high. Outside.
Come on, y'all, get it together, please.
You're still there. P11.
That sucks because now
Don't need
I'm...
to go 4 freaking wide. We got a
That's-
horn.
that lost me a lot. A lot. Settle back in. So I've gone backwards. But I didn't wreck there. Didn't have any contact.
Just done a 23.1. P12. That was a 25.2.
I'm only back 4 spots, I guess. It feels like 10. Because I qualified 8th, right? I can't even remember. I might have gained some while losing some in that mess. It's hard to remember.
That's your best lap in this session. The guy behind has just done a 23.4.
One thing I did not do, and I might kick myself, is practice green flag stops again. Didn't end up mattering in the Xfinity race. But you never know. Gotta back way out of it here.
Car outside.
Sorry, Steve. Sorry.
Clear outside. Car high. Still there. Alright, Justin. You'll refuel to clear outside.
My refuel what? Nah, it doesn't matter. He's gonna tell me when my refuel window opened, I think, but
I don't think we made contact, but the arrow was
Well,
here.
that was a 24.0.
am I pushing it too hard?
Inside.
Just let that guy get around me.
Still there. The next car is Jennings.
I must be running too much tape.
Still there. Clear low. Got a car low. Still there. He's still there.
Come on by, I have way too much tape. How much tape are y'all on this?
Last lap was it? Car low.
Wow, this is some action-packed first few laps.
66% is what I'm running.
Clear inside.
All
How
right.
much tape you running?
Gaining spots, losing spots. Am I gaining and losing to different people? I can't even tell.
66.
7.8 gallons.
You overheating?
P15. That lap time was
15. Yeah, I'm falling back like a rock. Let's be honest, I probably
No,
out-qualified
sir.
my race pace.
full course yellow. Watch out.
Woo! As soon as I was overheating, about to blow up. Started saying, you about to blow her up. Woo! That was good.
I know how I made it through that.
So if I ran 66, that should be fine,
Next car is
right?
out. Line up single file behind car number 14.
Well, it depends on what
Safety
gear
cars
you
out.
have.
Pits are closed.
All right, we got
I'm hitting the limiter going in. I
some
have the right gear.
action-packed laps.
Is it 36 or 36.4?
I want to say it's 6.
I don't know if anyone's gonna pit.
Yeah, if you hit the limiter,
If they
I'm
do,
sure
I'm
it's
gonna,
364, so you're gonna
'cause-
probably overheat a little bit. Yeah. So
Safety
I'm running
cars
a
out.
360.
Because I do not want to be ahead of them.
Yeah, what do you recommend tape running wise? Like, I was thinking it was going to put 65 and then popping off the field.
Sounds good.
I left to save it. Go ahead.
The leader, White, is pitting.
What is your
Look
deal,
out for the pit
14?
speed limit. Pit lane speed limit is
Yeah, I'm gonna go in for
55 miles per
63. We'll
hour.
see what that does.
We think we'll need to stop again.
My left hand just cramped up like crazy. 14's obnoxious.
Box in, 5, 4,
I got the
3,
cheesy pit limiter
2.
going, but
1. Box now.
Hey, Justin, sorry about that. Lap 1. Pushing me down to the apron. The guy that was out of control was getting loose still, so I had to go low. I apologize.
not sure why I didn't
I
just
got
go
it a
there.
little too early to take a tire. I've seen a lot of people taking tires. Wow.
Yeah, that was bad. I've dropped 9 spots so far.
Gallons.
Got 2 tire sets
Pits are
left.
open.
Am I just way in the back? Did a lot of people stay out? Yeah, I'm just way behind. Pay attention to in front of me. Let's see what position I'm actually in. Past the 4, why? 19th? Oh, did that even update? I don't know. I don't know how this all works.
I was thinking the same thing.
I don't know how people can like
Yeah,
type
I'm gonna
such
take my
long
time
sentences
on
while
this one.
racing. I have gone backwards.
Follow
And
up on 10 lap
not
road
proud
tires,
of it,
that much
but
different than new.
long ways to go yet. I am the 21 car.
Pits are open.
So 6 cars stayed out. That would explain
I mean, there wasn't no
a
fuel.
lot of
savings.
the spots lost here.
Okay, Justin, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
like I should have started in first last time. I gotta be braver on cold tires. Not too brave, but braver than I am.
Green flag. Bravo. P18. Still there.
A lot of smoke.
Clear low. Car low. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Still there.
I'm just gonna fall back. I don't like starting on the outside. Not one bit.
He's still there. P19. Still there. Clear inside.
Alright, I guess I'll just fall back all the way.
P20. You've just done a 24.2. Car high. Clear high.
Thanks for that.
Full course yellow. Watch out.
I got pushed in there.
Full course yellow. It's a closed. We think Jennings has stacked it. Pace cars out. Line up single file behind car number 24.
I hate when I get a 4X and I don't hit anything. Good lord.
How many were involved in that one?
That sucks.
Safety car is out.
I'll have to rewatch if I could have done that better. I didn't know which way to. I had a feeling he was gonna bounce up. Did I stuff it into the wall, or did my move down cut someone off? I'll be honest with you. Well, whatever was going on behind me was less important than what was going on in front, which isn't the way to be. So now we go in for damage fixing.
Watch your speed limit in the pits. We'll need to stop again.
Yeah, I know. If this race is even raceable at this point. That's
Box
disappointing.
in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lucky dog running high. Lucky dog running high.
We'll repair what we can. Now, I fell a lap down doing this and then Xfinity race, so. That's not the leaders. I saw a car coming and I'm like, I gotta go.
Pits are open. Watch your speed limit in the pits. We'll need to stop again to get to the end. Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. box now.
Oh, it's got to shut the truck off.
Got to cover on you, 29. Thanks, guys.
I don't know. I'm probably underdoing that there, but I just don't want to get caught a lap down. Fixed a lot of it. Got
We're going green next time by.
got more chances to do fix it later.
3.3 gallons.
But we got to see how this drives, and hopefully it doesn't want to overheat and all sorts of crap. Why aren't we forming up a 2x2 line here? Is that the 30 car up there? Oh, I'm the idiot. Why does it sound like I got dirt on my tires? Plug power. All right, we are now a damaged car.
Green flag, we're racing. Second place. The gap behind's increased to car outside. Clear high.
Can't really tell how it's driving yet. Haven't really put it. It's kind of wandering around the straightaway more than I would like. The 4 is the 4 damaged or just
Car inside.
not racing?
Clear low. P20. Inside.
The 11 wants by. The 11 can have it.
Clear inside.
Holy crap! Am I really that slow?
He's still there. Clear low. P21.
Car definitely doesn't feel good. Well, we'll keep racing, see if we can get spots from attrition. You're gonna pass me as a lap car. I ask that you just pull away, please. I'll definitely be interested in watching that wreck again and see how poor my decision making was, or if it was just bad luck.
Your lap times are improving. This is good.
Alright, 29. If you're gonna be slow and a lap down, could you just let me by?
Car outside. He's still there. Clear outside.
Thank you.
outside. Clear outside.
Wow. That was awesome.
P23.
Thanks for that, dude. So happy.
Car outside. Clear high.
Probably gonna need another caution to save us from going a lap down.
What kind of change on pit stop adjustments have to be so tight on the exit? Does anyone know?
Your last lap time was at
Called tire saving.
24.6. Right, car outside. Clear high.
Oh, what? What are you doing, 24?
Car high. Clear high.
Get out of here. What was that?
P22. You've just done at 24.9.
I mean, I screwed myself over by dropping back so
Going
far.
behind. The gap's now 1.0. Okay, Justin. The pit window is now open. The gap in front is now 1.0 seconds.
Still got 2 tire sets left. Gotta remember that. Oh, my left hand cramps randomly every now and again.
Thanks.
Dude, watch what you're doing. You done cut me off 3 or 4 times.
The gap in front has increased to 1.5 seconds. Second place. That was 24.2. Car high. Clear outside.
Leader's gaining on me, but it's not. I mean, at the current pace, it'll take a little while yet.
You've just done at 24.6.
Does this guy want a round? Because he sure can have it if he wants it.
It's now 94 Fahrenheit. The gap ahead is now 2.9. You're pulling away. The gap behind is now 9.5 inside. Clear inside.
Yeah, I'm definitely slow.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Just
How
gotta
about my man?
keep turning laps and see what happens, I guess.
That lap time was
Another caution comes out, I'll be able to repair the last little bit of the damage. Don't know how much it'll help, but little wall scrape there.
Appreciate it, Thomas.
Your lap time was 24.5.
Appreciate it.
Okay, Justin, gaining on this car. The gap is 2.9.
Appreciate it.
That lap was at 24.9. That lap time was 24.6. The lap time was at 24.8.
You're really gonna race for this?
Hey, fuck.
I guess so.
You've just done a 25.2. Got a car low. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Still there. They're inside.
Well, tried something that I shouldn't have there.
Does anyone know about the spring offsets and what those can do to affect the car and how it works?
It's pretty much righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
For both of them? Because I remember like there's one where you have to flip it. Like where one it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, another one's
Inside to
split.
clear.
It's probably stuff you should figure out before you're racing, you know?
Car low.
Left rear is opposite.
Clear low.
Yeah, because helping people just, you know, that's just what fucking dickheads do, I guess.
No, honestly, I get what he's saying. It's not time to adjust vehicles inside the race. Practice before the race would have told you what the car done.
Okay, Justin, we're halfway through. We think about 39 laps remaining on this tank. The gap in front is now 5.6 seconds.
Slow, 19, not full.
You've just done a 25.0. The gap ahead is now 5.6. Car high. Clear outside.
I'm just running laps now.
Thank you, 19.
Maybe there's
Thanks, 21.
positions in it. I've ruined my car beyond drivability. I'm a lap down. Probably not the lucky dog. Who knows? This may go green the whole way. I'm gonna pit for tires at some point. And fuel. Gotta treat these as learning experiences. These races are too long to just be so careless and throw away a run by, I don't know. If I was in that guy's shoes that I was trying to pass, I would have just let me by, because I could see how much faster. What's the point of racing for 21st place?
The gap in front is now 6.2.
But then, I'm the one who's like, alright, we're gonna pass on the outside, and then I couldn't keep it up there. Or couldn't keep it off the wall. Meanwhile, the leaders are coming, so it's like, well, I guess I'll just... I guess I'll just let them by. And I'm just not having fun. That's okay, though. Everything's a learning experience. I'm new to this. Got some cars coming up on me I gotta let by.
6.0. Car low. Clear inside. Car low. Clear inside.
I'll just take 2 more X's and I think we're gonna get out of this race. I can't drive it.
Y'all say hi.
Maybe I'll pit and see what it's looking like.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Okay, Justin. We'll fuel you to the end of the race.
I wouldn't mind keeping going and get the best I can, you know? That's how I get
A 5,
such big iRating losses.
4, 3, 2.
But I'm just hitting the wall and I've lost all composure.
Box now.
And I went past my stall. At this point, I don't think I'm gonna take the repairs. Just gonna take the tires.
Thanks, guys.
Take care, there's a car approaching.
I may cut the video short. Or I may edit the video out.
Inside.
I don't know why I say that though, because if I do, then you won't be here anymore.
21st. The gap to Smith behind is now 15 seconds.
Yeah, I actually had
Joshua went up at this time.
Inside. Clear inside.
Oh, guy's
You guys
fast.
got tires. Just let us know you got tires. We'll let you by.
25.2.
Sitting in Renault.
Putting this time by, putting this time by.
Car low. Inside's clear.
Putting in, putting.
Whoa.
Your lap time was 25.0. Justin. There's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
8 spinning this time.
Car outside. Still there. Clear high. Smith is closing the gap. It's now 30 seconds. The guy in front is Ferrara. Is the car rejoining? Your last lap time was at 24.4. The leader is pitting now.
Take this time.
Pro is now leading. V21. That lap was at 24.2. You're reeling Wolf in. The gap is now 10 seconds. Alright, Justin, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up. That was a 24.0.
Let this guy go by this time.
Car low, 20th place. Clear low.
Probably doing that way more exaggerated than I have to, but I want to make it super obvious that, hey, this is yours to take.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 3.9.
3.9? I have a gainable position that close? Yeah, I almost made the decision to leave the race, but at this point, I should get what I can get. And maybe that'll be nothing, although...
Appreciate it.
Car
No
high.
problem.
Still there. Clear high. Car inside. The gap to Smith. Clear low. Car inside.
Wow, that car's
Car
coming.
clear inside.
But they have that right. I do not want to hold him up, so when I saw he was coming, I just stayed out of the gas. Because this guy's coming fast. We're going to let him by high.
Car down low. That
Or
lap
we're
was
gonna go
at
high.
25. Clear inside.
You know what I meant, right? Things to work on. The first wreck, I don't know. We'll see.
The gap in front has increased to 4.
But I have 2 wall hits since then that I can't blame on anything other than myself. I can't get frustrated when people won't let me by. They don't have to let me by, especially for position. I need to be good at passing them.
Okay,
And
Justin.
if I can't,
Next
then
car
I don't
is
deserve the
Williams.
spot, probably.
Pitting in.
20th place.
This isn't going to make a very exciting video, but I'll post it anyway. Put a little disclaimer up that it wasn't a great race, just so people aren't tricked into thinking something great happened. There's people running around out there that are behind me.
That lap was at 24.3.
The guy coming up behind me is for position, and he's coming fast, so I guess I'll just let him have that.
Got a car low.
Not that I have any say in the matter. He wanted it, and there was nothing I could do to stop him.
Thanks, guys.
18th. You've just
Thank you.
done a 24.6. The gap behind car outside. Hold your line. Clear high. Heads up. There's a car exiting the pits. Inside. Clear low.
Well, I definitely pitted way early in this cycle. Although it was more because I was almost ready to quit. Turns out people were starting to pit around then anyway. I still got to make it 23 laps on these tires.
That last lap was at 24.6.
This guy ahead of me hasn't pit since lap 20.
Outside. Clear outside.
Which is a strategy, I guess. Does he think he can make it on fuel or something? Is he hoping for a caution?
You've got plenty of fuel.
I hope so, because I basically trusted Race Labs to set the amount. Car coming up fast. Much fresher tires. We're just going to let them by.
White is now in the lead.
Thanks.
Guy behind's car low. Clear inside.
I feel like they
Yes,
took
sir.
a long time to get around me. Did this guy... Is this a different guy that just passed me for position?
Clear low.
Nah. There's two people with Logston as a name in this race. They're similar. So now I'm back to 19th.
P19.
What a race.
Increased. It's now about 1.1.
Who knew it would go green so long? The answer is not me, sir. Not me. How many laps down am I? Looks like 2. I did a quick look to my left. But at this point, we're just hoping to stay ahead of blue names and maybe gain positions if somebody drops out. But if we were to quit, those blue names would probably all pass me at the end, and definitely losing it already.
That was 24.8. Car down low. Car low. Inside to clear.
Definitely can hear the dirt or something when you go up that high. It's crazy. Maybe it's always been like that and my headphones are just picking it up more.
It's getting closer. The gap's now 3.9 seconds. 18th.
How did I get back to
Hey,
18?
21, you want by or you just gonna ride?
Aren't I the 21?
Gap in front has increased to 4.6 seconds.
Because I'm not close enough to be asked that question. Maybe he meant that guy.
24.8.
He must have meant that guy. What a race. What a terrible, terrible race.
Your last lap time was at 24.9.
And like I said, I got plenty of damage. That's probably not helping things any. I just want this race to be done with so I can call it good for iRacing for the day. Kind of relax. after a long day at work and then a long race. Looks like I'm going to be letting people by again shortly.
Car inside. Clear inside. B18. Gap to Smith behind is now 5.8.
Oh,
Thanks.
the leader is behind me. We are just going to let him by too.
Car inside. Clear inside. Got a car low.
Ugh.
Inside clear.
I need to learn how to not do that. Oh, that's... God, I'm up to 10x? What an embarrassing race for me. So when I'm letting guys by and they haven't cleared me by that point, hitting the wall, yeah, this car does not want to turn now. I've hit it enough that it's just done. It's given up on life. Oh, you know what? The fact that I'm now, what, 3 laps down is a blessing. That means this race is closer to being done than I realized just a minute ago. And thank the maker for that. I got a white name back there. I don't know what the odds of me holding that position are, but... I mean, if he catches me, he catches me.
That lap was at 25.0.
Cars are just toast. 10 X's.
Car low. Hold your line. Clear inside.
That's another 2 X's. I am falling apart. I can't.
Dude, what are you
Course yellow,
doing?
watch out.
Someone
you-
just pulled up in front of the whole field and wrecked it.
Safety cars out. Pits are closed.
I did
Pace
not
car
want
is
that.
out. Line up single file.
That's
behind car
protest for
23.
sure.
I did not want that. I wanted this
Yeah,
to get done.
I lost control on the out pit and slid up the track. Sorry, man. I was totally lost control of the truck.
Guess I'll come in for tires. Why not?
Yeah, but then you kept going up the track. Man. Never seen that.
I thought he was going to spin the bottom and stay down there. I didn't realize he just hook it right.
I don't.
Donnelly ahead is
Yeah,
pitting.
that was bad. That took out a lot.
I almost don't want to post this race
Round,
because of
good
how bad
run.
it is, but I can't be like that, especially I'm this far in.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't even know who that hit. I really feel bad about that.
Is pitting.
Like, why can't I pit?
Make it
oh yeah, I'm a
95
laps
laps
down, so I gotta wait.
And
I
get
think.
taken out like that. That sucks.
I doubt there's any positions to be had from
I
whatever
get it,
happened,
man.
but
Apology accepted. Just
Yeah, dude. I really feel bad.
we'll have to see what that was at the end of the race. Ah,
Sorry to hear about that, Donald.
hitting the walls, hitting the wall, hitting the wall. So the 4X was from that first accident. So 4 separate 2X's, I think, from wall hits. When do I get to pit this time? There we go.
Safety car is out. Pits are now open.
Suppose I could fix some damage. At this point, it doesn't even matter, but I qualified 8th in this race. I was back to in the 20s before I could even
Watch your speed. Look out for the pit speed limit. You've got loads of fuel.
what's the 24 doing up there?
The car ahead's pitting now. The leader, Bowman, is pitting. Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Probably not worth it to get these repairs. I mean, I don't know. I'll just go. Fresh tires. At least at least it'll feel better. I didn't really want them.
It's fine, you got loads.
What was I gonna say? I didn't really want the tires to expect to race anyone for anything. I just also don't want to be like so bad that I'm in the way. Although hopefully I'll be behind
I'm
everyone.
banking on a caution, Vincent. I'd lose too many positions otherwise.
Pits are open.
Hope I have enough fuel for 3 green white checkers if it comes down to that. I guess I can check my whatever. Estimated 30.8 laps. Is that basing it off my speed right now? I don't know how all that works. This
Okay, Justin, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
this is what it looks like.
Go, guys.
Why do I gotta come all the way up here? Why am I up here? Oh my god. This is awful.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 90 Fahrenheit.
Why am I above people that are... Oh my god. Why? I don't belong up here.
Can we catch up? Come on.
Green, 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 let's go. You need to push if we're going to hold this position.
I fucking spun the tires like a bitch.
Car outside. Clear outside.
I'm glad I don't think I caused a wreck there. Just clear me, 11. Just clear me. That's the first time I've ever really had to... I don't know why I was up ahead of everyone. I shouldn't have been.
One more inside. Clear low.
Some of these people not have tires or something. Because it's,
Parker.
Thank you, Garrus.
So Smith ahead is increasing.
Come on,
It's
Parker.
now 1.3 seconds.
Good job, Parker.
P18. That's the end
We're
of the
gonna-
race. We'll get him next time.
we gained
11,
iRating
next time I
somehow.
won't be so nice, bud.
The
Alright.
reason you were there is because the guys in front of me bounced off the wall.
Yeah, I could have drove through your ass, too.
Well, I didn't drive through them, and you didn't drive through me. Call it a win.
Ain't no win for me.
We'll watch some incidents and then get out of this godforsaken race.
It's okay, and he's the one that got me out, too. But I can't say anything I wrecked the dude, too, so... I'm going to leave here. That's having a bad day.
Alright, let's... Whoa. That looks like it should have been worse based on how far into each other's cars they were there, but... I'm looking for the first wreck that I got involved in. Probably was this. No, that was just me not being able to control going under him. So let's watch it from me. Yeah, I should have been in the brakes harder. I'm like arcing it through there. Look at this reaction time. Up. Bam. Alright, well that was terrible. This whole race. Terrible. I wonder if that car getting into me will show up on here. Whole lot of nothing here. Only lap 15, so that could still show up. This isn't very exciting. Yeah, I think we're past that. There's one of my wall hits. That'll show up. We're just gonna... Yeah, we already know what that was. We're gonna speed through this until we see the potential for a wreck. Like, it pretty much went green until that last, that 95 lap, that lap 95 or whatever it was, wreck, caution. That's pretty much what I'm interested in seeing. Oh, the lighting changed. What in the... That guy still got 6th place. Shows you how bad I screwed up. I don't think anyone ever specifically yelled at me, so... I'm waiting for... I think it was a 12 car that was apologizing for spinning out coming out of the pits or something. We're getting there. It's lap 88. God. Oh. I feel like, I mean, I'm not in the car, but I feel like he could have maybe not come all the way up. I want to try to find. So it was after the second caution. Probably. Oh, that's not me. First caution, second caution. Yeah, that... I'm not going to take any blame for that. That guy came from miles back and just hit me. That was... I mean, that race was already in trouble there. Oh, man. Yeah, who cares? We're going to call this here. What are we at? An hour 5? Yeah. Not a good race. Not a good experience. Maybe a learning experience. What did I learn? Well, on that first wreck, I don't know what I was waiting for on slowing down and beginning to turn down. I knew he was coming up, and I don't know. I did this like last minute wheel jerk, which caused me to get into the wall. So my car got damaged from that. Probably didn't help. The next thing that happened to me was that thing I just watched that I can't really take the blame for. That guy just dive bombed from way back. But then all the things that added up to me just being in the way out there, it wasn't good. Got to keep it out of the wall. Got it. 100 lap race, I need to be able to concentrate for the 100 laps without making mistakes. And that's the next step. But finished, what was it, 18th? I mean, pretty much most of the people that were still out there were ahead of me, but I could have, yeah. When did I feel like calling it quits? I probably would have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots maybe 7. Don't remember when that was. Not going to go back and look. So, you know, that's where the big iRating chunks are. I actually gained 9 out of this travesty. I'm sure I lost a lot of safety rating, though. I almost hit quit before I got a thumbnail. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.